he's the Member of Parliament for Chifley, which is out in the Western Sydney part. It's out St Mary's and that sort of Mount Druitt area. And he is the Shadow Parliamentary Secretary to the Leader of the Opposition and assisting with digital innovation and startups. And I really enjoyed, it's probably about 6 or more weeks ago now, when you were on Q&A with White Roy. It's quite interesting to sort of see the balance of opinions there and everything. So I was talking to your office today about what we'd like you to talk about, but obviously it's to do with what's Labor going to do in terms of the innovation pitch would be great. But just I think also just talking around the table, you obviously do understand the innovation space quite well from what you're saying, and any sort of ideas you have about what industry should be doing in general would be very welcome. So please put your hands together and welcome Honourable Ed Husic to the stage for an address. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I suspect you're looking forward to a half-hour presentation, so let's settle down and it'll be quite a ride. I haven't had much of a chance to work with Julian, but when he uttered the words, I don't have a problem with self-promotion. As a politician, my heart leapt when I found the spirit in Julian. We're, as the youth say, BFFs now, best friends forever, Julian. When Julian invited me here a few weeks ago, to be completely frank, I never expected to present. I did want to come along because I deeply enjoy spending time with people in the field, and I've had a long-standing, as I was explaining to my fellow guests on the table, a long-standing interest in the tech space, in innovation, for a number of reasons. But to be able to be here tonight, and to be able to hear too, and I think it is important, as much as Julian did make the remark about self-promotion, I think it is important that every single opportunity is taken to not just recognise the people that are championing the sector and doing great things here in this nation, but obviously that have emerged as a result of peers reviewing, judges taking the time to look at people that are doing great things, have great prospects and potential, and are able to see early on an Atlassian. To see a group of people that do have a whiteboard that marks out world domination that starts with 2 customers, and then go on and actually achieve in the way that they have. And so this is an exceptionally important night. It is one of the challenges, I think, in this space that we talk a lot, regardless, and I won't go into a partisan speech even though we're in the throes of an election, but I do think it is important that both sides of politics do talk this up, that they do get involved in championing the type of people that are here tonight, and that when you hear Clive Summerfield say that his company, Armavox, has a chance to pitch for business for an organisation that has as many customers as the people living in Australia, the number of people in Australia. Great story. Or Ken Richards, when he gets up and tells us what they're able to do and the way that you can completely disrupt, through the way that you're operating, we need to have more people doing this. And the reason why is because most Australians, when they hear those type of stories, it appeals to one very strong cultural theme in this country to combat the other strong cultural theme that I think works against us, and I'm sure you would agree would work against us too. The one that works against us, the tall poppy syndrome. And this whole notion that Australians, if they do very well, it isn't very well for the country. But the other cultural theme, as represented here tonight, and by others that Julian mentioned, is the ones that came from nowhere, took on the world and won. That we are able to do this. And we don't celebrate that enough. And I have been on the public record saying I want Australian companies, and I know this will shock you as a Labor politician when I say the following, especially with some of the things that we've announced. And I'm glad there was someone holding a smartphone up recording this earlier. I was just waiting for that smartphone to go down before I made this statement. I've said on the public record, I celebrate Australian companies getting big. We need big Australian companies. We need to be able to see them succeed on the world stage. And the reason why is because, not only because of the innovation, the smarts, the achievements that are unlocked as a result of that, but also because of what it does for our economy. And we need that preparedness. One of the motivations and one of the reasons why I'm so interested in this space is not because I just see it purely as a wealth generating exercise, though that's an important marker of success. We have this, I don't think as a nation we have any concept of this huge wave that is going to hit us. 2 out of 5 jobs completely affected by automation. And I represent, as Julian indicated to you, parts of Western Sydney where I have grown up with people who either are about to retire or still midway through their career or have kids who are about to come into the workforce, and we are training people up for jobs that will disappear. And or we've got people in the workforce now that are anxious, and this is the big challenge in politics, that are anxious about technology. And we have this, as you know, with government in this country, the minute there is a threat, the best response to a threat is regulation. And again, that sounds weird as a Labor politician for me to make this observation, but I keep making the point we need to be able to have, in politics, both sides explaining that we can be beneficiaries of technology, not simply victims of it. And that when the companies that get big, that embrace technology, and that change the way we work here, our economy or communities, that is a good thing for us, particularly if we've got the systems to help people on the way through. So on the Labor side, one of the things I argue, and we've got in our policy, is to basically build off the work that was done prior to us losing government last time, in terms of the ICT workforce strategy, which looked at how do we actually lift the digital skills of the nation. We don't just have a small dedicated sector that increases the skills available to startups, but across the sector, the ability of SMEs to embrace technology, the ability of large workforces to be able to move with the technological change that's coming and to improve productivity in our big firms as well, and to lift the woeful level of productivity that we have in this country, and to obviously have that flow through to early stage innovation companies as well. These are some of the things that we need to do to be able to lift those skills, so that again, if you have the combination of us championing, just like you're doing here tonight, those that are doing well, that we have in the political realm people also arguing the case that technology is a beneficiary to the nation and we do need to be prepared for the changes that are coming, and that we don't just leave it to other nations to do well in this space so that we import, that effectively we import ideas instead of developing our own and seeing the economic value created out of that. We have that, and that we also ensure that people have those skills to navigate the changes ahead. These are the big challenges. So I could stand here and give you absolutely detailed points about our policy platform, and if you want me to stand here for another half hour, I'm more than happy to do so, but I know Julian's starting to wink at me and pull on the collar. But it certainly is necessary for us to be able to, particularly whatever happens in terms of 2nd of July, that we keep the focus on, and that we don't, that we broaden this out to a national mission that involves not just the cities. We have 2/3 of startups emerging out of Sydney. We need to have more people involved in other parts of the country and also within our regions. The diversity of the people that are involved as well is critical, and that the overall skills base is lifted up. The only other thing I'd point out, I'm looking forward to seeing the results of the judges' decisions, and congratulations to those judges that have contributed voluntarily, as Julian points out. He's more than happy to give you a pay rise if it involves no money whatsoever. He made that observation from the corner of his mouth as you were making those comments earlier. I just want to know who actually judged the IT Writers Award winners tonight. The IT writers are, it's easy talking about technology to political correspondence. I always break out in a sweat when I have to talk to the IT writers. James, you don't have to write this down. James Riley from Innovation Oz is making these remarks going to his very important online publication. I hope you're all subscribers. Yes, IT writers, you can write, James. I wasn't naming you for not doing so. But yes, IT writers, very tough crowd. But it is good that they're recognised here tonight because they have an important role in terms of lifting the understanding of the broader community about the importance of the sector and its value to the Australian economy and community. So there are my 5 minutes. Thank you very much for letting me be here tonight. I'm looking forward to the rest of the evening. And thank you very much for your contribution to the Australian economy.
Charles Salinas to come up on stage to make sure we give out the right awards to the right people. Charles is working for Consensus as a business development manager, and the reason for that, of course, as I indicated before, is that I'm going to be spending a fair bit of my time across the globe establishing Consensus in both Europe and Asia over the next 12 months. So, coming up, what we have is presentations of 4 of the awards, the main awards. And I've indicated there on the screen the awards that we're giving out. So within the Consensus Software Awards there is 1 winner and 1 highly commended. Green Sector is 1 winner. And the Innovation Awards is a winner, 1 highly commended and 1 finalist. And the Student Innovation Award is the 1 winner. So let's move on. And what I'd like to do is welcome up the 2 finalists up on stage. So please both come up. And that's Benchmark Estimating Software from Benchmark Global, and also Kronos with their SmartSys product. So please come on up. So the winners of the award win one of those nice trophies plus a certificate, and the highly commended just the certificate. The most important thing, and Janine, when she spoke about what the judges do, is very important to provide feedback to, number 1, the winners get a citation as to why they won the award, which I'll put up on the screen. I won't necessarily read all of it because some of them are very detailed, but they will go out and be on our website tomorrow. But most importantly, for those that do not win the award, i.e. highly commended or just finalists, we provide them with feedback as well. That is just so valuable to those organisations. So, gentlemen, welcome to the stage. Number 1, Benchmark Estimating, unique estimating and bidding software product, developed to complete front-end solution solves many problems and issues faced in many industries. Most importantly, they're already into the US market, and it's also going case for UK and Europe. The product is very flexible, includes estimating, quoting, marketing, progress claims, valuations, etc. And obviously significantly improves the consistency and accuracy of their quoting process. So well done, Benchmark Estimating Software. The other one is Kronos with their SmartSys product. It's in the cloud, it's a very comprehensive business reporting, analytics and diagnostic tool. It also functions as an executive information system, and it specifically gives everything that the CFO requires to provide relevant reporting functions. It also provides them to scrutinise performance and drill down and to locate prime sources of problems. So if it identifies a problem above, then you can actually drill down to that area and actually investigate what's actually created that issue. And of course, not just for the whole, but also part of the business, and obviously identify inefficiencies and risks to the business. So well done, Kronos, for being part of it and being a finalist as well. And the winner is Benchmark Estimating Software from Benchmark Global. one, the judges were very impressed, and obviously the adaptability of the solution so impressed them, and has greatly expanded the range of the businesses that are using their technology, not just in the asphalt business, where they've done a huge amount of business, as you can see in the second paragraph there. It's currently used by more than 3,000 users in over 20 countries, but now moving into the telecommunications and aviation business, so well done. And highly commended is Kronos, the smart system. Okay, thank you, gentlemen. That was the soft rewards. We'll then move on to the Green Tech Awards, and let's welcome up John Gorman from AmPen. You might recognise John, who was on Shark Tank at one stage. Yeah. Been on TV before. The most interesting thing was, though, that John entered the awards back in 2014, and the judges agreed it was highly commended at the time. So John came back again, and this time he is now the recipient of an award. So fantastic, John, you made the effort. Congratulations. Well, just as John goes back to his seat, just say that the judges unanimously supported the awarding of the award to AmPen, and they did very much so admire the professionalism and the extensive product development, utilising CSIRO and other external professionals. And the most important thing is the bottom line there. The potential of the product is extensive. The product will create a viable, cost-effective, superior building material with many uses both in advanced economies and also developing economies. So congratulations again, John, and thank you for putting the evidence. In the Innovation Awards, 3 finalists, and if you can all please come up, we have Speedwalker from My Brainwave. How Far Is Up is from Betty Sargent, and unfortunately Betty can't be here tonight, but we do have a representative, I think, from Betty. Somebody representing Betty to come up? Yes? Yeah. And also Beryl from ATOP Education. Please all come on. See, John's got his innovation here. He's got his Speedwalker there. Can you come up there, Beryl? All right. So firstly, the finalist in this category is Beryl Norris with ATOP Education, from ATOP Education. So please put your hands together. As I said, there's one highly commended and one winner in this, and the highly commended is Speedwalker from My Brainwave. John and his team there. And of course, that leaves us with the winner, which is How Far Is Up, Betty Sargent. Now, Betty is in Korea at the moment, and it's quite interesting because we actually, I'll just pop over here. We actually used Skype for the presentation, which went unbelievably seamless for those of you who were part of that presentation. But as it says here, it's not often the consensus judges have such an animated and passionate and positive discussion about a submission for the awards process. The app, which is developed based upon very, very rigorous research and observations of early childhood learning, It qualified easily in the 3 consensus criteria, which we all know is innovation, performance and potential. And the judges debated the premise that the methodology of the app may be the strength of the initial publication rather than publication itself, and therefore recommending that she actually considers this as more publications are produced as part of the app overall. They also discussed the broader market because although this is at the early childhood level, it may well be that illiterate adults could also benefit from the tools and techniques used in this initial product release. So congratulations to Betty, she's in career at the moment, but thank you very much for accepting the award on her behalf. Thank you very much. Yeah. Sorry?
Good evening, my name is Justin Dwyer. I collaborate with Betty Sargent. Betty is currently in South Korea building contacts in order to widen the export market for her work. She apologises for not being present, but wanted me to express her gratitude to the Consensus Award organisers and to thank Floyd Mueller at the RMIT University Exertion Games Lab for his continued support. Betty is expanding her work in providing a suite of innovative educational storytelling resources, and we look forward to widening our connections within the Consensus community of companies. She's honoured to have won this award, and we thank you for this accolade.
Thank you very much to all the finalists and obviously highly commended, and there may be a group photograph now of the award 3. I'll come to the other side as well. Okay, just help Beryl down the steps over there. Well, Beryl just said to me, she said, thank you so much for putting education so high up on the list in terms of the Innovation Awards, and greatly appreciated being involved. So, thank you, Beryl. Appreciate your comments. There's one clear winner in the Student Innovation Awards. Unfortunately, Jason Brand cannot be with us. He's ill, unfortunately, and he was going to come down with his father. His father's in the US as well. But this is unbelievable. Jason's a 14-year-old, and he's part of Team Stellar, competing for the Google Lunar X Prize. Recently travelled to Croatia and fly student payloads to about a third of the way to space, so 33 kilometres up, huge, and recover the science payload. So part of the process is number one, getting it up there, but most importantly, recovering it when it comes down. Unbelievable success. So Project Thunderstruck is a non-commercial endeavour to create an Australian spacecraft designed to be used in a space courier service for payloads of 50 kilograms or less. As part of that design, as you can see in the picture there, a winged model will return the payloads from orbit. And they, like NASA, are doing glider tests to ensure that their craft will meet the harsh conditions of spaceflight and high-speed re-entry. And this is from a 14-year-old. So good on you, Jason Brown. So it's on you. So what I'd like to do now is invite all of those finalists that have just been presented, all 4, up on stage, as I said before, and let's all have a 5th photograph. So bring all your trophies and your certificates back up on stage, and we'll have a group shot. And then after that, we're going to have a 15-minute break for networking before we then present the Consensus IT Professional Awards. So come on up. It's almost probably the photograph that goes up on the website tomorrow or the day after. So, do that. So thank you all. Thank you, Vizu. So we're tracking along with time, and at 9:20, so we've got time now for networking. People who saying earlier on, it'd be nice to go and meet a few of these people. So at 9:20, we'll start the presentations of the Internet Society.